Hey there, Aries. Welcome to your July Intuitive Tarot reading. We are here for it, and apologies, it is a little bit late, but we still have a lot of July to play out. So in a moment, we will jump right in. Now, if you are returning, you're a regular, welcome back. Great to have you here. If you are a newbie, welcome. My name is BRONYA. I'm an intuitive tarot reader. Super looking forward to this for you. Drop me a comment. Let me know where you are tuning in from. Don't forget to like and share. Most importantly, hit subscribe. Keeps the channel growing, the readings flowing, and helps me connect with your energy. Okay, Aries, we've got plenty of room here. We're going to be building out a Celtic cross here today. But to start us off, I did go back through your 2025 year ahead tarot reading we did here for you on the channel, and I pulled out your July energies, of which we had the King of Cups and the Hanged Man called Perspective in this deck. So what I get here is something that maybe might have been on pause, or maybe on hold, you've been waiting for. Hey, maybe you felt your hands were tied, is getting ready to move again. But you might be needing to reframe this, Aries, okay? Just because it hasn't happened yet, or just because it has been on hold, doesn't mean to say it's not going to happen. I have the King of Cups here. This can be really positive in terms of leveling up in some kind of way. I mean, it's the Death card in the the Minor Arcana, which is the next energy on from the Hanged Man. So this is about transformation, things moving again. Maybe you've been in liminal space, the bardo, the space in between, right? And finally, we have the sense of rebirth. King of Cups, you might be dealing with a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Very positive in terms of relationships, finding purpose, heartfelt energies, or positive transformation. So let's keep going. Now I'm going to pull you a major arcana for the center of the Celtic cross, signifying you, Aries. You'll then see me pull the rest of the cards and we'll come back around for the full read. Okay, so let's jump in. This is for Aries. This is for Aries. This is for Aries. Oh, the Judgment card. You know, I was feeling something big here. I mean, it's the second to last major arcana that can talk about you being in some kind of process, judgment process, evaluation process, assessment process. This could be, you know, towards a job interview or something like that. Because the King of Cups can indicate relationships. Maybe someone, you or who you're dealing with, has been trying to make up their mind. Am I invested in this relationship? Do I want to keep going with it? Alternatively, it can be like a wake-up call to what needs to change, transform, be released so that you can have that sense of rebirth. Ultimately, though, I am feeling a liberation energy here for you, Aries, and as many of you all know, I am an Aries as well. Can't wait to see what comes out. Let's pull the rest of the cards. I'll see you back here in just a moment for the full read. Okay, Aries, these are the cards. This is your Celtic cross. Did you see me drop the cards and make a big mess of them and some of them were turned over in the deck? You probably did. And what I found intriguing is that one of the main cards, I can't find it now, that turned over was the Judgment energy. So anyway, I won't dig it out again. We'll carry on with the read. But being an Aries myself, I'm really thrilled to see the energy here. We have we have a couple of fires. We have a couple of challenge aspects, Aries. I think you have navigated some kind of disappointment, some kind of loss. We have healing. We have resurrection here. We have rebalancing. We have this energy of cosmic, karmic judgment. We know, Aries, that the universal balance sheet always adds up, and I just get the feeling that Wheel of Fortune is turning in our favor. I mean, how many of us do we know, Aries, that have gone through such profound journeys across the last decade? And we've also had so many big planets from the outskirts move into our sign. We are the one that's experiencing them first. We also have Chiron, that wounded healer. in our energy as well, I think, for another couple of years yet. But once we come through this, we are going to be unstoppable. We are going to be good. And I think that you've had a lot of karmic, shake up, shake down across the last years, but really this is a purification process of your energy, and things are about to get so good. All right, well, let's do the full read. So we've discussed that you're sitting in judgment here on the receiving end, or maybe the one who is, dealing the deliverance here. Your biggest influence that crosses you is the Five of Cups. And yeah, I think it's known that you've gone through stuff, big stuff, lost stuff. The Five of Cups can be a journey where you've really had to reprioritize, Aries, where you've really had to dig deep and think, what really makes me happy in this phase of my life? And for some of you, you might be the one who is doing the stripping away, but for others of you, there's been the divine hand where you've gone through maybe loss of relationship or job, or you've navigated other heavy circumstances that have really challenged your sense of joy, and you're on the journey to get it back. We have resurrection of that this month here in July. It's time to shake off that black cloak and rise up into your Emperor energy. So whether real or perceived, you have gone through some kind of grief here, and it is still with you and crossing you, but I get the feeling that this is your turning point within that. Now, in the past energy, you've got the Four of Wands. So, this feels different, but what I'm sensing with the Four of Wands is that you were either trying to manifest this, or you thought you'd arrived here, but then you experienced the Five of Cups, right? Maybe, like I said, there was a relationship that disintegrated, or somebody let you down, pulled out on you in some way. You might have thought you were heading for a pay rise or a promotion, but instead you got a redundancy. We've got to remember that whatever went on here, it is the divine redirection, the judgment. It's actually a liberation. We're not always privy to that information. Sometimes in hindsight, looking back, we realize when we're in something better. Sometimes it'll never make sense, and that's where the trust has to come in, and trust that we are going to land where is perfect for us. So I think that you've had your foundation shaken. It feels towery to me. But we have in the future the Three of Cups. You resurrecting what you feel has been lost. Hey, there might be some healing of a situation for some of you. I'm looking at Temperance and the unknown. But for others of you, you re-find your joy through a different medium, through a new opportunity, a new circumstance that comes in. Remember, you are in the space in between. You're in the resting place of souls, the liminal space, the bardo, and very soon you're heading for your rebirth. But right now, what you know is that you're sitting in the Five of Cups. Sorry, the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Cups, but the Five of Pentacles. And this again is the, if the Five of Cups is the emotional pain, the Five of Pentacles is the physical loss. Like it could be, I had to move out of a dear home that I cultivated, that garden for 10 years, right? Because we broke up. Or the estate, the owner of the property sold it or something like that. There could have been financial loss. Hey, I got made redundant, but it took me longer than I thought to find a new job. It really is, like I said, it's the physicality of the journey. But with this energy, we have to be mindful not to wear that as the black cloak, not to take it into our identity, but transmute that pain into gold, because that's the journey that you are on, Aries, and you are at your very critical turning point. The unknown is the Sagittarian energy of Temperance. Hey, you might be dealing with a Sagittarius. I have Sagittarius, I have Scorpio, I have Taurus with the King of Pentacles, and I have Libra with the Queen of Swords, Sun, Moon, Rising Venus. But what I love about Temperance is it is the divine orchestration. What you don't know is Spirit is holding this for you. You're actually being protected, redirected, and liberated. Hey, you don't know what would have happened in that situation. We have to trust. We have to trust that you were destabilized so that you could become the most stable you could. That is Temperance, the great healer, the emotional alchemy, the rebirth. But there is patience required, Aries, and to us, let's face it, that's a dirty word, right? But we have to master that, because you've had to endure. You've been in hanged man. You've had no choice but to be patient, to wait for the threads to come together. So there is healing happening. You're integrating, and you might feel, Aries, nothing's been happening in my life, which, like I said, it can cross the line to boredom, apathy for an Aries. But everything has been happening behind the scenes, cosmically, energetically, right? You've just got to hang in there. In the advice, by the way, we're going to be uncovering the outcome. We're going to uncover the outcome together. I forgot to say that, and because I'm so wrapped up in this message, I also forgot to say personal readings and healings, guys. There is a link to my website down below if you want to arrange that. All right, back to it. Advice. King of Pentacles. Try and hold yourself stable and secure during this time. The King of Pentacles is a maturing. It's the process that you're on. Your soul is maturing to do with commitments and contracts, I feel. First of all, feel rich on the inside. Okay, reframe this is happening for you, not to you. Feel rich on the inside, and that is what you will begin to experience on the outside. What you feel you have lost, whether it is perceived, whether it is real, whether it's energetic, whether it's financial, you're going to regain and then some. But it might be in your next spiritual season, Aries, hence the trust, hence the patience. So I actually love this here for you because it is the Hierophant in the Minor Arcana. It's learning the spiritual lesson. And when our life falls apart, because I'm feeling that that's what came before this, it is the opportunity for it to fall back together in a new and aligned way. That's the Hierophant. That's the King of Pentacles. At the moment, you might feel in the apart phase, or the like I said, the space in between. You know it's fallen, but nothing new has emerged here. But I get the feeling that July is when you cross the line into that energy. Perhaps that's why the Justice in the Minor Arcana, the Queen of Swords, is here in your external influence, because this is where wrongs are made right. This is where you get clarity on the direction forward. This is where things start to make sense. They start to move. Maybe you get some outcomes. Maybe you get some answers. This can be to do with legalities. Hey, maybe you were moving through a divorce and it's just all been in limbo and we can finalize. Maybe, you did go through the loss of a job or you had to leave, and then a new contract is presented here, or you find that listing to apply for. For some of you, there could be mediation, there could be healing with the Temperance energy. So there could be an external party that you are dealing with, an authority, a good friend, a confidant. And that's the Queen of Swords. But I get the feeling that in your external environment, like all of the pieces are coming together in terms of, making sense, clarity, like hindsight. What a gift. What a gift that is. If only we could have that in the moment, Aries. Okay, hopes and fears, the Lovers. Oh yeah, Gemini energy here coming through. The hopes is that we will end up in a greater balance. Things will come together in harmony. And that is what I'm seeing here. Fears could be, I won't find that balance factor again. I won't find a greater balance than what I had. But absolutely, you will. Hopes and fears, if you have made the decision or choice to be the deliverance of judgment, a fear might be that you made the wrong choice. And I think you have to come back to your soul knew, Aries. You felt this in your heart. And if that's where you chose from, there is no wrong choice. In fact, I don't really believe that there is ever any wrong choice. It's just pathways to different outcomes and different experiences. And we always have the power to be able to choose again. Let's see what's in the outcome. Just have to, they're hard to pick up off here. Come on. There we go. It is. Oh my goodness. That's the Knight of Cups. You know how we talked about you're in the space in between, right? But the new hasn't shown up yet until it does. until it does, until a knight in shining armor rides on in with a big old Ace of Cups as a metaphor for what you are looking for coming into fruition. It's the offer, it's the proposal, it's the invitation, it's the job offer, it's the love, it's the piece, it's the missing piece. July can bring this to you. It could be a Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Be seeking, be looking, Aries. It is coming in, and I, as a fellow Aries in your collective, am very, very excited to see this. You know, what fell will rise. And it's funny, if we go back to the Five of Cups, where this reading was kind of hinging on, yes, we see the Three Cups. There absolutely has been some pain here that we can't take back. We can heal, but it always leaves a faint scar, right? But the Two of Cups here, which really is the new mutually beneficial partnership, whether this is in love or whether this is in career or, you know, financial institution-wise, like it's going to be playing out in different life areas for all of you. It was there all along. It was there all along. But sometimes we have to go through these circumstances to be able to uncover it. So this is the month that you move out of liminal space, out of the space in between towards your rebirth. And the Knight of Cups is some kind of new opportunity, or maybe even apology for some of you, or outcome that you've been waiting for, some kind of legal situation, some kind of justice call. And it really is the gateway to the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups. So I just love this, Aries. I absolutely love this. Let's go to a couple of oracle cards to close us out. I'm using The Universe Has Your Back from Gabrielle Bernstein, because I think that's quite relevant here. I think Temperance says that angel spirits guides were always holding this and threading it for you. When I lean towards love, I am led. Oh my goodness, I love that. Remember how we talked about making that decision from the heart? When you lean towards love, you are led towards that energy in all different forms. All right, what else? Oneness is my true nature. That came out in the same position for another sign. Oneness is my true nature. You're integrating. Things are coming together. No longer in two minds. You are the Queen of Swords with a clear sense of knowing of your direction forward. When that Knight of Cups comes in, that's how you will feel. And I surrender to a power greater than me. Things are transforming. I mean, we have free will and we have choice, Aries, but there is always a greater power. That greater power, I feel, is the ultimate plan for your life that we are led and guided towards. But with free will, we can get off track a little bit. But that's why the towers happen, the judgment energies happen as these wake-up calls, as an opportunity, a portal to realign back to that path. And ultimately, it's leading you to this energy here, the initiation of the next cycle. And if you lean towards love, remember, you are led. I'm going to leave it here, Aries. I really hope you enjoyed this message. And if you did, please do like, share, subscribe, comment. If you would like to follow up on this energy with a personal reading or healing, you can do so. I will link you to my website down below. And you'll also find the socials, Instagram and TikTok as well, for different daily messages. I'm sending you so much love and magic. Have a brilliant month, Aries. I'll see you back here for plenty more weeklies along the way. Bye for now.